Howdy. Okay. Mic's kind of falling a bit. Let's fix that up. Okay. Just gonna do some little fun stuff. Alright. Okay. Howdy, everybody. Hello there, Iridium. Ooh, I just had like a random thought. I just need to check. Okay. There hasn't been another. I just need to check speedrun.com. Make sure there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. So a little bit more of a. Let's switch this over to there. There we are. Yeah. I just thought we would play a few games for the GM. If you made a game, just be sure to tell me the name in chat or link something or whatnot, and I'll check it out. It's kind of funny for my game. Typically the comments are like feedback, right? And I've gotten one by now. Which, you know, useful. But all the ones before that were bunkin' real. Love bunking these rolls. And good. Like, oh, that's so useful. That's so useful. I love when I just get the fun little games and stuff. Hello there, MangoWorks. Oh yeah, I said I would check out your game, so I guess we'll do that first. See, there's a few more people here. Just a reminder that if you made a game for this, just be sure to tell me what the name is of it, and I'll check it out. I suppose you could link it too, but I probably won't really be clicking links and stuff because I mostly just check chat from my phone because I don't have a second monitor or anything, or I just have it here sometimes if I need to like actually read it, because sometimes reading my small phone screen is just hard to read. Okay, let's check out. Actually, I guess if you missed the streams on Friday, might as well show y'all what I made. So it's a very stupid game, but it's kind of fun. It's called Reverse Rolls, and you gotta smash the rolls back in flour. So it's just like, and you don't want to hit the rocks. The rocks break your hammer. Should I put the link here? You can, but I can already find your game. I already know what it's called. And you already, when you like comment on my like jam page, that gives me what game you made. Anyway, so I already can access it. You don't need to fuss with it. Yeah, it's not a very difficult game, but it's kind of fun. I was somewhere and I showed an elderly lady, and she was able to play, so I made a game that the elderly can play. Not exciting. Yeah, it ain't that crazy. Let's see if I can get a score of 100. These are pretty crazy rolls I'm smashing. But I made like the rock colliders like absolutely tiny just because of the weird angle. Like oh, we're halfway there, guys. Yeah, just make sure don't spam links or anything like that. I prefer if you talk about it, just put the name of the game. Links can be obnoxious, but if you do it, it's fine. This is very much so a shut my brain off type of game. But you know, it's kind of fun in that regard. It's kind of like, if you think about it, it's like a rhythm game. I mean, I know one person in my Discord server, they got a score of like 600 something. They're like, good game. Oh, we got to 100. Okay, I'll break it. Here's the death music, which is amazing. I'm gonna take a drink from my Dr. Pepper. That's because I made their hitbox tiny. That was just how it works. It's fine. Okay, confuzzle the puzzle. Yeah, 637. Let's see. Haha, fun concept. Love the concept. Okay. People seem to like it, so that's good. And I need to put on a voice. You can fuzzle the puzzle. Use dev tools to finish each puzzle. The puzzles can be anywhere from a shaped game that a 2-year-old can beat or steering a plane. Complete the puzzles as fast as... Okay, I'm not reading all this. Let's look at the credits here. Mango Works. Programmed. He didn't make music, that's surprising. Artist. Pizza Triple School Games. Okay. And... Leonce. He's only done that. Cool. Let's check it out. Run the puzzles. Put the square in the box. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Not very puzzly. I have to be fast. Oh, bigger goes down, obviously. You know, naturally. Does the birds even go up there? No. Kill all the monsters. Defeat... I can't do anything. 'Cause it just... This is so bad. Do I need to go? What am I supposed to do? It just resets itself every freaking time. I need to like mess with the console, don't I? Or do I need to get the W? Okay, that's not really okay. I don't know. I think it's a good concept for the game, but it's just kind of poorly executed, if I'm being honest. Like, they're supposed to be puzzles, but like, they're not looking. I don't want to make the game music. Yeah, that's for Eric. It's a good idea, but like, it's just, how do I put this? Like, in a puzzle game, I want to be stumped. You know, I want to actually figure something out. But the hardest thing for me to figure out was something because it didn't give me time to figure out what even was happening before the scene reset and the transition popped up, right? Which is just bad design. And like, I feel like you could do really cool stuff with it, but none of like the ways it was used in the game were just interesting in the slightest. It's supposed to be like WarioWare. Yeah, but there's no, like, then why is it called Confuzzle? That when I read that, I think it's a puzzle game, and it's really not. But then, like, WarioWare works well because it's everything in there is very immediately, like, understandable. But in this, it's not. And you also have to remember, most people who play games aren't developers. So I play this a lot different because a lot of the things you say, I kind of just understand as a game developer. But, a normal person, it probably doesn't know what Y value is, right, outside of math. And in math, the higher the Y value, the higher it is, and in this it's the opposite, right? So it's just, they're like, what's happening? They're confused. It also doesn't give you time to figure out what's happening, and every time you have something different happening on the side, so you have to bounce your focus between the two, but it's inherently timing you. So WarioWare works because you see it, you know exactly what to do immediately. It's super clear, right? And you can figure it out. In this game, it's not at all. But the game's concept doesn't feel like it would fit something WarioWare style, where you're trying to make a quick little thing that you can just enjoy real fast, understand immediately. This, as in the name, makes more sense as a puzzle game. Inherently, like, the idea of being able to interact between a console that controls, like, how the game works in an actual game, and have to, like, solve puzzles using that. Like, imagine a puzzle platformer where you can interact with the game through, like, a development console, and you have to solve puzzles. Like, that sounds like a really interesting idea for a puzzle game. But in this, it's just not that. You have a really good idea, but it's taken in, like, the actual general concept is really good, but the actual execution and the way you took it, it's confusing, and it really doesn't intuitively function, I think is what I'm trying to say. This is the first time I've heard someone say this about our game. Yeah, but, like, you also have to think about who you've talked to about your game, because, and I talk about this, I harp on this a lot in my feedback video, but it really, the different people who play your game are going to have, different perspective, one, but the real big kicker is different biases. If you showed this to friends or to people in your little, who, like, understand this stuff, or to people who have already played it before or something like that, they're gonna perceive it different, really. And so, like, I'm still in that game dev niche, so it wasn't that bad for me. But what you have to do a lot of times is you have to remove yourself and remove, like, your mindset, because a lot of times when as a game developer, when you're making something, anything really, you forget almost that not everybody knows these things. That's what it is. They don't, and a lot of times there's a lot of things that as game devs we fuss over about, and the player won't even be aware of that majority of the time. Like, you will put all this work in and they will not notice a single difference. But there's also times where, you know, we skip over things entirely because we don't even consider these things because we have that inherent knowledge. Like, when I'm making a game, I know where everything is, or where most things are. You'd hope you know where everything in your game is, right? I know how it works, how it feels, all these things inherently, right? Now, I gave it to a game developer friend, right? They're going to have an idea of how it was made, but they won't have that intuitive feel of, like, the movement. I can't speak. So they're great feedback for that because, you know, they don't know where everything is. They don't know how it feels, like, and how it needs to feel, right? And they can provide a lot of resourceful feedback in that sense. But in a game, particularly like this, where it relies a lot on prior knowledge from a niche, right? You gotta consider the fact that most other people don't understand that. And so I think your two big takeaways should be that, one, you gotta explain what the heck is happening better, especially for people who aren't quite aware with how this stuff works. I think your system was very simple, so I don't think it was very complicated to figure out necessarily, but it was just, I imagine it would be a lot more confusing for somebody who is not quite familiar with these concepts. The other thing would be, is this concept fits a very different style of gameplay that this game isn't doing. Figuring out how something works and having it reset every, like, 2 seconds, it's just not good for that type of game. I think this would be an awesome idea for a puzzle game. I think you could do really cool stuff with it. But right now, in its current state, I think the game's confused in a sense of what it needs to be, what it wants to be, and where it is now. So yeah, let's see here. Enjoyment, creativity, presentation. My enjoyment of it, I gave a lot of critique, and I was very confused. I think the presentation was fairly good. Actually, yeah, it was fairly good. And it was extremely creative. I love the idea. I think it's an amazing idea, and it's a pretty unique idea in a sense. And I think it could be used to make something, like, legitimately really good. But just the actual execution, it just made it very unenjoyable. It's not like I didn't get enjoyment from it. I thought the music was really nice, and that made me happy. But everything just kind of felt confusing, kind of hobbled together, which, it's a game jam, you know. It's just difficult, in a sense, to, you know, deal with that. Let's turn some music on. I think the game, I'll write you a comment, but, you know, the game has, like, it just has an incredible idea, but it's lost in what it wants to be. I don't know, I'm just gonna type something out here. I can't talk while typing, if I'm being honest. Like, projecting wise. Let me type something out real fast, and then we'll move on to something else. I can't type. Let's see what it's telling me to do. Ooh, so many commas. Thanks, Windows. Okay, does anybody else here have any game that they made for this? If so, play it. I'll play it. We'll check it out. Actually, real fast, you won't be able to see this because I'm just sharing my Edge tab. I'm gonna see if anyone in the Discord join the Discord. That'd be nice. If you have a game you submitted, Royal Pain, I'll make sure to check that one out. Let me finish typing this and I'll check that out. If you have a game you submitted to the GMTK, DK Game Jam, be sure to pop in the stream and tell me it, and I will play it. Okay, let's get back at it. Royal Pain. Let's see here. Oh! I always forget I can do it in here. Royal Pain. Is it this? Bunny Trail Junction and Drian. I don't see anything else under the same name, so I'm gonna guess that's right, unless you tell me otherwise. Okay. Oh man, jump straight in. No full screen. Oh no, someone said too hard. I'm scared. There's a princess in a dungeon where a dragon sleeps. You figure it out. Okay. Let's see who made this. Okay, it is that. Royal Pain. Code, art, and some sound by Logic Monkey. Music and sound by Drian. Made in Godot. Yada yada. Okay. So did you make... From what I'm getting at, I'm guessing you were the one who made the music. It's very nice. There's an option. Yeah, I noticed that. Input. Temporary. Okay, WSD space to jump. Okay. This is fine. Oh, I want full screen. Yeah, please add, like, the full screen button built into itch. That's a very simple thing you can do on the page. Oh, you're the princess. Okay, fun. Oh, it's so slippery. Ew. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, this movement's just rough. Oh! It's not very tight, I think. It's you slip around like you're on ice. You do not have enough leeway. Ugh. Oh, I made it. Thank goodness. You kidding me? Okay, so we can't do anything, basically. The dragon art is very nice. It reminds me of, what's it called? Like, Longest Sword or something. Oh, crap, I can't touch... Oh! Oh! Ooh! Oh, goodness, okay. All those, like, Nico BBQ videos where it's like, don't touch all the coins and stuff, and that's literally just this game. Oh! Oh! Crap! Crap! Oh my! Oh my! Okay, wait, let it pass. Oh no! Okay. Okay. Oh. I've never seen a game where I was so scared of coins. In real life, I love money. Because I'm American. It's like our constitutional right or something. That's like a fire bar in Mario, but coin. Did I win? Did I win? I won! Okay, it wasn't that hard. I did it second try. Okay, that wasn't... Hey, that was fairly good. Here's my main thing. Sorry, my voice. Why can't I talk? The music wasn't very... why am I saying music? The movement, it felt pretty sloppy. Felt very slippery, and I didn't have much control. Which I think I got... Because I was fairly competent, in a sense. And so I was able to... I was able to beat a second try. But for a lot of people who... Especially ones not as familiar with just platforming in general, which sounds weird, but it's a real thing. It seems like it would be incredibly difficult with the movement, which the movement, I'm gonna be blunt about it. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's awful, but it is nowhere near good. And it's mostly the jump feels fine. The jump feels pretty standard, pretty weighty of a jump, which is fine. I think the jumps seem to give you more leeway, especially that one at the beginning. But it's mainly just, you feel like you're a brick on ice, if that makes sense. You feel super heavy with your jumps, and you slide everywhere. Like, it wasn't that hard to stop myself, but, like, the fact that when I let go of the button, I'm still slipping for a good second, that shouldn't happen. If you want to have more slippery controls, which is perfectly reasonable, there's plenty of incredible platforming games with more slippery controls that I like. That's okay, but, you shouldn't be still slipping around about a second or two later. That's not okay. And I might be exaggerating a bit, because I probably am. That's just how it is. If you want more slippery controls, I say a general, thing. Now, this is my preference. I know some people just love feeling like they're in an ice stage from The Legend of Zelda, and they just slip everywhere, right? In that ice temple, and you can't control yourself. But personally, when it comes to a platforming game, the whole point is the jumping and the movement, and the whole point is that you want the player to be in the most control, because in a platforming game, all that matters is your movement. So if the player feels like they struggle to control the movement, and unless that's very purposeful design, like it's meant to convey something or something, it's almost failing as a platformer. Now, this is nowhere near absolute failure, garbage. It doesn't function. I feel completely out of control, because I felt pretty in control, and I thought I like floaty jumps. I like weighty jumps. I think they're both good. I prefer in the middle for obvious reasons, and I think the jump felt fine. It's probably a bit too weighty for my preference, but I know some people love it like that. But it felt balanced in a sense. It was very weighty. You felt like a brick. I'm going to be honest. But it still felt fine. But you slip around so much, which I didn't have much issue with it. But it seemed like other people were struggling with the difficulty of it. I didn't struggle that much. But I could totally see how frustrating it would be if you tried to make a precise jump or something, you slipped, you fell off into the coins, you start the whole game over again. That's frustrating, right? And I think, from what I can tell, I didn't have much issue with it, but other people seemed to think it was a bit too hard, and it was probably because of the slightly slippery controls. next time you make something akin to this, I would tighten, especially like that horizontal movement, tighten that. And it's okay if it's a bit slippery, but nothing like this. You really want the player to feel like they're in control, right? You want them, you you don't want them to stop like they just ran into a brick wall, but you should stop fairly fast or reasonably fast, right? And I'd also say if you want to make something, which I didn't have an issue, mind you, I'm gonna reiterate this. I probably sound like a I forgot the phrase. uh, I probably sound annoying at this point for reiterating myself so much. But yeah, tighten that movement. Maybe add a checkpoint or something if you make something really hard again. I say it's fairly enjoyable. Um, yeah, that's a 4 stars. Phenomenal presentation though. The art was really good. Chiptune is not my favorite type of music when it comes to game stuff, but I really liked it. It was nice and it was very enjoyable. Music was good. Art was good. I think it's mostly just getting the general design and I want to say programming down, but just like tightening those values, getting them just right. Creatively wise, I cannot speak today. Um, it's fairly middle of the road, to be honest. But yeah, I liked it personally. There's very obvious flaws with it, but I'd say it was fairly enjoyable. Um, I'll leave a comment. Might help. I don't know how itch works with all this stuff, to be honest. But nice game. I would try to tighten up the controls so you don't. Wait, no. Yeah, so you don't feel like you're playing on ice. There you go. Yeah, no problem. Let's see what somebody said. Oh man, he responded. Thanks for the feedback. No problem, Mango Works. Okay. Let's check Discord real fast. Did anybody send anything? It doesn't look like it. So unless anybody else sends their games right now, I will check out a few, just games in need of ratings. I can do Windows, but I prefer to just do browser. You know what? Let's check this out. Never mind. How about this? Never mind. I think this is why most people... I'm telling y'all. Ooh, just an EXE. Okay. I'm telling y'all, if you are doing a game jam and you want people to actually like play it, make a browser build basically always, unless the game just doesn't work on that, I guess. Like, it sucks. But, did your team grade the vast majority? No. Oh no. It's always spooky. Let's see here. Pretty split between yes and no. Let's say yes, because I want some epic music. Epic jams. A crossword game. You know what? Let's check it out. Okay. Experimental game. That's always comforting. Unity. You love to see it. See Laura submission. Finish the crossword. Words start from the number grid. So how does this work? Oh! Do you, like, make a new word off of it? Oh, but I need to keep things together. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. There's no music in this game. That's... Wait, what? So I move them and they turn into that letter. That's... Elorf. So I have to make a word with this, I guess? Lorf cannot be a word. No, it is very much so not. Oh, okay. I'm kind of confused, if I'm being honest. Dat. We have or. Okay, I guess I can't do that. So I put this whole thing in this row. Okay, so O's are center, I guess. Right now? Oh wait, this is the word we started. Oh my god. This is confusing. Oh, it won't let me move the O? There's T. It's really confused. I feel like this shouldn't be this confusing. You know, I don't know, man. Okay. I'm gonna try this out. Donut Bear Speedway. Does it have music? I don't think so. Oh, it does. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, you move the track. Uh, it all makes sense now. What is happening? I think I broke this. Something looks just very broken. I did it, I guess. That's a game. Enjoyment? Eh. Not very creative. I had a fine presentation. It kept flashing. You should probably check that out. Okay, there we go. Music. Darn it. Wow, there we go. Let's see here. I didn't. Okay. Time for floppy pipe. I'm so... Oh no. Oh really? It just restarts the entire game. Oh, you have to hold it. I thought you, I don't know, man. Something about this just seems a bit off. Mm. Hmm. It's probably a 9-year-old who submitted this, didn't they? Best not say anything at all. Okay. What time's it? Oh, it's 10:30. Okay, I need to get up fairly early tomorrow, so I ought to stop this real soon. So I don't have an issue. I mean, we've been live for about an hour-ish. Oh wait, I could just checked OBS. Yeah, 49 minutes. Ain't like I'm doing much right now anyway, so guess might as well just stop it. Probably do this again sometime over the week. Cause it ain't that hard. Yeah, but I got stuff. I actually have stuff this week happening. But I'm probably gonna make the GMTK devlog. Try and get that out by Friday. That's my goal. So yeah. If you're still here, or if you're watching the VOD, I guess, thanks for hopping in, saying hi, checking this out. Check out my game if you could. Yeah. And yeah, thanks for 350 subscribers. Thanks. I'll like my own stream. Self-love, right? But yeah. Anyways, y'all, I'll probably stream sometime over the week, and then probably not for another month or two. Funny how that works. And yeah, see y'all later. Adios.